softball continues.
Yeah, you can smile. It's okay. We are too.
Playing for each other.
Swing and a miss. Oh, boy. Wow, what a shot. Wow. Unbelievable.
Playing for their hometown.
To left field. And it's gone. That was a pop diggity, folks.
Now, just one win away.
As Florida walks it off.
Indiana returns to the Central Region Championship game.
From punching their ticket to the Little League Softball World Series.
The Giamatti should be jumping this afternoon since the hometown Little League team has reached the semifinals of the New England region. Half the town will be here rooting for Connecticut and against Rhode Island. Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. For a spot in tomorrow's regional championship game, it's Cranston Western Little League from Rhode Island against the Connecticut State champs from right here in Bristol. Now, this afternoon's loser will have a very quick turnaround. They will meet Maine at 3:30 today in an elimination game. The winner will cruise on to tomorrow's championship game at noon. And welcome, everybody, alongside former Florida State All-American Alex Powers. I'm Doug Sherman. Glad you're with us here today for this game that features a couple of teams that, because the way the bracket has broken and the way the weather has been, they've had a lot of time on their hands this week.
They should be feeling really good. A lot of time to rest, spend some quality time together as a team, and not only that, spend time with other teams too, which is one of the aspects that makes Little League Softball so special.
Well, let's give you a sense of how they got here. Both sides have played just a single game, so the highlights won't take you that long, starting with Rhode Island with a big fourth inning against Vermont.
Oh, this was huge. The biggest we've seen so far in this New England Regional. 15 runs pushed across thanks to some timely hits by Hayden Sierra, Brooke Dolan, Mina Graziano. Really good stuff from this Rhode Island offense. They were feeling hot.
And they should feel hot. This is a talented team. The state champs defeated St. Albans, Vermont 15-0. Aubrey Riker is their pitching ace, although she will not be starting this afternoon's game. She is available out of the bullpen with an eye on the potential elimination game if necessary, or have her fresh for the championship game tomorrow. Meanwhile, for Connecticut, also having only played one game so far to get here to the semis, what did we see out of Connecticut earlier?
A much different tale. A 4-1 win over Maine, a lot closer of a game for Connecticut, highlighted there by the nice triple with a couple RBIs from Avery Collins. Ava LaFurgie was lights out in the circle, 12 strikeouts. She was rolling.
Now, this is not Bristol's home field. That's about 4 miles from here, but make no mistake, they will have the home field advantage today, and they should be supported by a massive crowd that continues to come in. When we come back, first pitch between Rhode Island and Connecticut. The loser goes into the elimination bracket. The winner goes right to the championship. These two teams are each 2 wins away from getting to the World Series. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. A capacity crowd on the first base side here in Bristol, Connecticut, because the hometown Little League softball team has made it to the semifinals. We began with 6 teams fighting for 1 spot in Greenville, North Carolina for the upcoming Little League Softball World Series. It's a modified double elimination format. So both these teams come in having not lost yet in the region. All rostered players bat in a continuous batting order. Now, Cranston, Rhode Island is not that far from here either. It's less than a 2-hour drive, so they are well represented as well, but there is no question about it. The folks from just outside of Providence are very much at a disadvantage when it comes to noise coming from their side of the diamond today, but they should be ready to go. The state champs from Cranston Western Little League. Here's the batting order for the visitors from Cranston. Hayden Serio sets the table at third base. Chloe Wittenberger bats second, followed by the manager's daughter, Emma Arrighi. And you'll notice 3 of the girls don't have positions next to their names. That's because everybody's in the starting batting order, but not everybody can be in the field, nor is there a requirement for them to be out there. And the starting pitcher for Connecticut, Ava Lafergie, in the circle. And Alex, she is ready to go.
Ava Lafergie, a lot of excitement going into the game today. Going to be predominantly something hard in the zone. Throws a 2-seam fastball really well. Can mix in the changeup, and the curveball is a big strikeout pitch.
She is 5 feet tall, 13 years old, a rising 8th grader. And there is Bobby Arrighi, the manager for Rhode Island. And we are underway. Well, Bobby Arrighi, he is a 47-year-old middle school social studies teacher, an 8th-year Little League volunteer. And keep in mind, all of the coaches, the managers, so much of the support staff around, the umpires we have today, all volunteer their time to make sure these girls have the experience of a lifetime.
Again, just another one of those aspects that makes Little League as a whole just such a unique experience, so much fun.
Serio's ground ball to second, picked up by Thompson. And there is one away. So you've seen Mary Thompson at second for Connecticut. The first baseman is Kevin Knowles. Lucy Bastiance is the shortstop. Avery Collins at third. In the outfield for Bristol, Connecticut, McKinley Whitlock, Lucy Callett, Ellie Tisha from left to right, and Dakota Green is behind home plate. And I wonder how many of the people we see here at the Giamatti Center are playing hooky from work.
Let's not show them. We don't want to get them in trouble. But I feel like it's for a good cause. I feel like their bosses would understand.
This is Chloe Wittenberg, the first baseman for Rhode Island. Chloe had 3 hits in Sunday's win over Vermont. And Coach Serio says of Chloe, she eats, breathes, sleeps softball. And if given the opportunity, Chloe would play softball at 1 a.m.
I don't know about you, but that's well past my bedtime.
Not so much for me. I'd be here watching. She bounces a base hit into left field between Collins and Bastiance. And the first base runner of the afternoon is Chloe Wittenberg.
Good piece of hitting there by Chloe Wittenberger. Just goes right in the hole. Little 5-6 action. Good piece of hitting. Base runners early. That's what it's all about.
And now the dangerous Emma Arrighi. Her RBI single Sunday opened the floodgates. There's a foul ball on that big decisive inning. Again, a 15-run 4th inning that subdued Vermont. And she is the daughter of the manager, Bobby. Mom is Joanna. And Emma says her nickname, as you see there, is Riggs, for obvious reasons. Chopper back to the circle. Lafergie goes to first. On to second goes Chloe Wittenberg. So with 2 outs, there's a runner in scoring position for Rhode Island.
Good defense there, fielding her position as Ava Lafergie. A little PFP action, pitcher fielding practice. Never gets old.
Well, Lafergie has found the zone early on. She had 7 straight strikes thrown until that one misses high. She's a rising 8th grader at Northeast Middle School, right here in Bristol. Aubrey Riker. She is typically in the circle as the ace pitcher, but she is not positioned to start this game. She is essentially a designated hitter, batting cleanup. Held up, didn't mean to, but fouls it away. 2 balls and a strike here in the top of the first inning. 2 out, runner at second base. And there she is right from the start. T-ball on up, so cute.
Oh, you gotta appreciate the journey and where it all started for so many of these athletes.
Well, she did play baseball for 1 year, but Aubrey said, quote, I dominated, but didn't continue because the vibe just isn't the same with a bunch of boys.
Oh, the vibes. It's all about the vibes. Can you blame her?
Well, she is a talented softball player. And I could see her dominating the boys if given the opportunity, but she has drawn a 2-out walk. And that'll bring up Nina Graziano.
Good patient at bat there, too.
Now batting, number 22.
Just to be patient in the box, work herself deep into a count. Aubrey Riker, a really good two-way player.
Nina Graziano takes ball 1. Now she has come overcome a knee injury that kept her out of both the state semifinals and the final back in Rhode Island. And a lot of her game relies on speed. Now she calls time, which is granted by the home plate umpire Kevin Southall.
I think he specifically stated all gas, no brakes for Graziano.
She's behind on that fastball from LaFergie. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lifted into shallow center. Callett comes in and can't make the catch. In comes Wittenberger, throw to third, and they're going to get the runner for the out to end the inning, but the run did score before the out was recorded. So the visitors from Rhode Island strike first on the Graziano base hit.
Graziano coming through clutch, putting this Rhode Island team on the board first. Connecticut looking to go back in offense, respond with a couple of hits.
And they had, after winning their state championship, what amounted to a victory parade through town to get here to the Giamatti Center. And so they were received all the way along the 4-mile route as though it was a parade. And there was a group of locals rooting for these girls when they got off the bus and into their dormitories here at the Giamatti Center. So it's been a marvelous week in their hometown. Looking to continue that today. And their first licks in the bottom half of the first inning will be led by Lucy Bastians, the starting shortstop, Kiva Knowles, Lucy Callett, Ava LaFergie, and on and on and on in this very talented Connecticut team. And they'll have to deal with number 52, Brooke Dolan for Rhode Island.
Brooke Dolan getting the ball today. Favorite team, Savannah Bananas. Who doesn't like some good entertainment on the baseball field? But one of the things that Brooke Dolan is going to bring into this game is really just a 2-pitch mix. Going to be mostly fastball and a little changeup off speed, trying to keep hitters off balance. Might be a little shocked to not see Aubrey Riker getting the ball, but sitting in a good position here. Both of these teams in the winner's bracket, technically. They do have 2 opportunities essentially to lose to stay alive. So trying to change things up here, give Aubrey Riker a break in the circle.
And Brooke Dolan is said to be the most improved player on this Rhode Island team this year, and she has pitched in big spots this summer for All-Stars. She pitched a huge game in the state tournament, helping CWLL to fight through the elimination bracket and win the state championship. And again, making this pitching decision to have Dolan start instead of Riker. Dolan issues the walk to Bastians. Mom is happy watching daughter take first base. This Rhode Island team has played only 4 innings in the 5 nights they've been here in Bristol, so they're rested. It's not about what has gone on before. Nobody should be fatigued. It's about looking forward to the rest of the afternoon and hopefully for them into tomorrow's championship game when they could be playing for a spot in the World Series. So with Bastians aboard, the batter is Kiva Knowles.
You look at all these teams, a big part of it is the depth in the rosters, the ability to have several players that can come in key moments if they've got to get a job done.
Knowles is caught out on strikes.
Brooke Dolan, huge pitch, 3 straight to Kiva Knowles. Gets the strikeout looking. Love the location there, climbing the ladder a little bit up in the zone. Good stuff.
Now Lucy Callett, arguably the best hitter on this team, pops the first pitch up. And it's gloved at second by Emma Origi for out number 2.
What a good response by this Rhode Island defense here, having her back with Brooke Dolan. And one of the things that manager Adam Whitlock had said was, we've got to limit the walks and defense has to step up.
So here's Ava Lafergie, and you know her favorite flavor of Gatorade.
Don't tell me it's orange.
It's orange.
Oh my goodness.
And she's not the only one.
Only
Others
the
on the
second
team.
person. Oh man.
Yes.
That's crazy.
These girls in the Gators orange and blue uniforms know what they're talking about. Tough chance and a nice job by Graziano to close ground in the right center gap to make the catch to end the first inning.
How about it? Right field. Nina Graziano does a great job tracking this ball off the bat of Ava Lafergie. Hits it deep in the right center gap, but defense can win a championship here. Nina Graziano does a great job, fired up. Look at the excitement, too, from her teammates around her. You gotta love it. Emma Origi having her back. Good stuff all around.
For dinner, Capital One, Dick's Sporting Goods, and Easton Softball.
Well, by the time these two teams have reached this point, the semis of the New England region, they played a lot of softball together, and in the midst of memorable summers, hoping they can extend it on to August. The Little League Softball World Series begins in Greenville, North Carolina on August 2nd, and either one of these teams could make it. They're each just 2 wins away of getting to the promised land. For Rhode Island, under the direction of manager Bobby Origi and the coaches Michael Serio and Bill Chattel, they have made it to the regionals for the 4th straight time, and they have done so coming out of the losers bracket as necessary. And again, they ride the right arm of Aubrey Riker as necessary, but through the first inning here this afternoon, Alex, they have not needed their ace, at least not yet.
Well, good things happen when you swing the bats and put the pressure on the defense there, especially when you score first. It's a good feeling for a pitcher, no matter who it is in the circle, to go out and just have that extra confidence, knowing that they've got a little bit of room to work, alleviates the pressure.
And last year's team, there's the 2024 New England champs from Cranston Western Little League. And as we've seen in both of the regions, the Mid-Atlantic region and the New England region that play their tournaments simultaneously here in Bristol, One team after another leans into those who've come before, and a lot of the girls who have played at a high level before keep track of the girls who've come behind and come and root them on.
And just being able to listen to a lot of these players on the field now talk about what makes you so excited, what made you want to even be a part of something like this. They flat out say, hey, I got to see the teams before me a couple of years ago, even last season, you know, what have you, have the opportunity to play on this stage, and watching them be able to go out there and seeing them succeed made me realize that, hey, I could do that too.
What? Leading off the second, Alyssa Chattel fouls the first pitch from Ava Lafergie out of play. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Chattel, Tavera, and Castillo, due up for Rhode Island. Chattel puts it down the right field line, but foul, and she's behind 0-2, facing Ava Lafergie.
And you look at today's game this morning that we're lucky enough to call, this afternoon's games and the slots there, tomorrow's championship. We should expect to see some really quality softball, not just here, but across the country on the championship days. It's the best time of the tournament.
She chased a high pitch. Lafergie picks up her first strikeout of the game.
Ava Lafergie feeling good, climbing the ladder here, gets underneath this pitch nicely, goes well up and out of the zone. The big swing and the miss there of Alyssa Chattel. Good stuff by Lafergie.
And now Mackenzie Tavera, who is apparently very, very happy to have her braces off. And anybody who's worn braces, you know that's a big milestone.
I was just going to say, did you have braces?
I did not.
Oh, man. You're one of the few, I feel like.
Yeah,
it is the best feeling. Your mouth just feels like chaotic when they come off.
She is apparently a young lady who is always in a good mood regardless of braces or not, but I'm guessing she's quicker to show that smile.
Isn't everybody? It's like, show me those pearly whites.
And there is Mackenzie. I don't know that meme, side-eyeing Chloe. Do you know that one?
You know what? I don't, but these girls teach me things all the times.
This is
that
true.
I have no idea.
This is true. Now I count on you as the
younger one.
Younger by a lot to know what these girls have going on in their minds.
Well, I'm over here wondering if the side eye maybe is a joke between her and her teammate, Chloe. I don't know.
Okay. Could be. Maybe it's an inside joke that we're not supposed to know about.
We're not privy.
All right. Well, Mackenzie Tavera's mom is Jennifer, dad Marcelo. She most admires her 17-year-old sister, Michaela. And she is down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks to begin the second inning for Ava Lafergie.
Now batting for Rhode Island, number 2, Mila Castillo.
And we welcome those of you watching on ESPN to Bristol, Connecticut, here at the Giamatti Center. Our first of 2 semifinals today in the New England region between Rhode Island from the Cranston Western Little League and the Bristol Little League here in Connecticut. And yes, we are in Bristol, Connecticut, and therefore we have a huge crowd rooting for the hometown girls, who are trailing right now as we start the top half of the second inning. Rhode Island pushed across the run in the top of the first on an RBI single by Nina Graziano. There are now 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the second, alongside Alex Powers, the former Florida State All-American. I'm Doug Sherman. What are we expecting out of both of these sides here today, Alex?
Just grittiness back and forth, competitiveness, good defense is going to be key, and aggressive at bats.
Mila Castillo pops out to the pitcher, and that ends the top of the second inning. Each of these teams just 2 wins away from going to the Little League Softball World Series. Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Well, the City of Bristol Parks and Rec Department has brought hundreds of kids from summer camp to root on the hometown girls from Connecticut. And there they are. I'm expecting a lot of noise from that section of the Giamatti Center once the home team gets things cooking here, Alex.
Well, I think we're going to keep our head on a swivel up here in the booth, and we will be ready to capture all the excitement that this Bristol community is giving us for their hometown team.
And this is the very first time in the history of having the regionals here that the hometown softball team is qualified to play in regionals. And the city has absolutely backed it. We were talking last inning about the parade that was held from their home field at Rockwell Park, about 4 miles from here, to then welcome them here to the Giamatti Center. And while it was the police and the firemen who escorted them, it turned into an impromptu parade as people just came out on the street. And we're here at the entrance to the dormitories at the Giamatti Center, just rooting on the hometown girls.
It's a party. Everybody wants to be a part of that.
The batter is McKinley Whitlock, leading off for Connecticut, facing Brooke Dolan, who got off to a little rocky start in the first inning. 4 straight pitches out of the zone to issue a leadoff walk, but then she locked in and retired the next 3 Connecticut batters. Whitlock shrugs her shoulders and looks down at her father, the manager and third base coach, Adam Whitlock, and says, "I'm not sure." Payoff pitch. Ball 4. Well, again, this was not officially supposed to be a parade. It was just being escorted from one side of town to the other. But more and more people heard about it. And while every other team arrived here at the Giamatti Center and quietly walked into the dorms, not so much for Bristol.
Yeah, everybody's hooting and hollering. So much fun, too, for these athletes. The support, the camaraderie, everybody coming together. It's got to feel good to have an opportunity to play on the stage. Who wouldn't be excited?
And this is apparently a very mature group of girls. Calm, emotional, they have handled everything. As Avery Collins pops out. That being behind 1-0 in the early going is not going to faze these girls. And again, it's not an elimination game. The loser of this game will have a quick turnaround to play Maine later this afternoon. And there's our colleague at ESPN. Yes, we are in the home of the worldwide leader in sports, Bristol, Connecticut. And it's no surprise then that the manager, Adam Whitlock, is employed as we are by ESPN. He's been working there for 26 years. Now 48 years old. He's the senior director of ESPN remote traffic operations and a 14th year Little League volunteer.
ESPN would have to grant him some good PTO for something like this. Right, Doug?
Absolutely. Well, he said he was trying to encourage as many of his coworkers, perhaps discreetly. You got to watch today. If you can come on out. He's mic'd up. Let's take a listen.
Every state championship game you played in. Let's do it.
You know what? Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Good job letting me know.
We appreciate both the managers in our game here today, wearing a microphone that we will occasionally be able to eavesdrop.
What?
So Adam Whitlock, the manager for Connecticut, and Bobby Origi, also the third base coach and manager for Rhode Island. The batter is Ellie Tisha, starting right fielder for Connecticut, and she takes a strike. The runner at second, McKinley Whitlock, drew a walk. The runner at first, Mary Thompson, was hit by a pitch. Brooke Dolan misses up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, I counted on this 12-girl roster for Connecticut, I believe 4 different middle schools here in the area that they attend. And their bond is softball during the summertime. Ellie is a student at Northeast Middle School, where she also plays the clarinet. And so far, her biggest hit was a 2-run double against arch rival Milford in the state tournament. He could come up with a bigger one right here. A base hit could tie the game. An extra base hit could give Bristol the lead.
We've talked so much about these athletes' talents, not just on the field, but off the field too. Musicians, artists, Some play other sports really competitively.
And we should point out that Mila Castillo is the rare left-handed catcher for this Rhode Island team. Did you ever see that?
Actually, we did. Yeah, I played with a left-handed catcher in college. But definitely not very common.
The bases are loaded. A walk, a hit batsman, and another walk has Bristol set up. Well, the rest of the defense for Rhode Island now really needs to be on its toes. With one out, somebody's got to make a play on the infield. It's Hayden Serio, Sophia Pizzo, Emma Origi, and Chloe Wittenberger.
Put it on the ground, we win. All right? Hey, take your time. Take your time. Pick yours. Line drives, kiddo. In the air, we tag. All right? I need you up to that line every time. She snaps, she got to throw through a batter. We'll be back quick. Off.
In the outfield for Rhode Island, Melania Morrison left, Alyssa Chattel in center, Nia Graziano in right. Dakota Green, number 99, the catcher, and number 9 hitter in this lineup stands in. Ball 2, and now the pressure gets a little more for number 52 in the circle, Brooke Dolan behind in the count.
That's one of the things that manager Bobby Origi had said. We've really got to rein in the walks. The free passes have to be kept to a minimum here if we want to win this game. Trust the defense. They're going to make the plays behind you. They've been so good all season long. Just let the hitters put the ball in play. They'll have your back.
D-Money. And D-Money drives in a run with a bases-loaded walk. Bristol, Connecticut manufactures its first run without benefit of a base hit.
They haven't barreled anything up, and when they did, your defense had your back. I know it's hot, I know it's loud. Listen, you got to zone it out, make them earn it. We got to first pitch strikes is the most important thing. Don't let them get ahead in the count because they're just not swinging the bat. They're going to take till you throw them one. We need to control the count. There's the next batter. Hey, tie game, no harm here. Let your defense help you. First pitch has got to be a strike. First pitch strikes. I know it's easier said than done. Make them hit it. Hey, guys, go get it for her. Play for her. Play for her. Come on, let's go get it.
Love the message there, Alex.
He's spot on, too. Just don't make the moment too big. It feels really big. It feels really loud right now because of the fans in the stands. Everybody rooting for the hometown team. But let's make this about us. Stay locked in. Make the defensive plays. Let's have Brooke Dolan's back.
Manager Bobby Origi was in the stands for last year's regional. Now in the dugout trying to calm down his girls in a tough spot. Faith Marie Soto is now up with the bases loaded. Soto takes inside, 2-0.
That was one of the things he said too. First pitch strikes, you got to get ahead early in the count. Make the hitters work from behind because you don't want to be doing that as the pitcher. You're going to have to throw a lot more pitches over the plate.
Ripped up the middle, off the glove of the shortstop Pizzo. 1 run is in. Here comes the second run. Bristol, Connecticut has taken the lead.
Faith Marie Soto hits this pitch right back up the middle. Good job there, keeping her hands inside it, driving it right back where it came from. Good effort at shortstop by Sophia Pizzo. Just unable to come up with it. The ball going all the way to center field. A couple runs coming in off the clutch swing by Faith Marie Soto.
That is the first hit allowed by Brooke Dolan this afternoon. It produces 2 runs and now 3-1 Connecticut. That pitch gets away. It's a wild pitch allowing Green to move to third and Soto to advance to second. The batter is Alex Patterson. He is 11th in this 12-player continuous batting order. And a chance to break open this game with 1 swing.
And just trying to control the crazy right now. If you're Rhode Island out there, limit the mistakes, step up big defensively. Right now with a ground ball to the infield, just got to look her back at third, fire to first. Try to keep any runs from coming across.
Bouncing ball right side. Another run scores on the ground out. Throw to third, gets away. Another run could happen. Here comes Soto, and she scores standing up. 5-1 Connecticut.
Good things happen when you put the ball in play, and this one right here by Alex Patterson, just a routine ground ball to the second baseman, but puts the pressure on the defense. Good base running by Dakota Green, aggressive right off the bat. She was rolling and then forcing the throw. Faith Marie Soto moving up an additional 60 feet, causes more errant throws. Coming in to score, that's big.
The bottom of this Bristol, Connecticut lineup is delivering. The RBI ground out by Patterson, then the throwing error allows the second run to score. 5-1 as Juliana Pavlak stands in. She pops it up right side, could be in play, but no, just off the top of the dugout. Good try by Chloe Wittenberger. She couldn't get there. So far, 5 runs on just 1 hit. Here in the inning, there have been 3 walks and 1 hit batter.
Fun fact that we saw at the bottom of her little bio there was her nickname's Apples. It's her pregame superstition. Eats one before every game.
Nice.
I wonder if she likes red apples or green apples.
Home plate umpire Kevin Southall has called time and is addressing Brooke Dolan. So it was an illegal pitch thrown by Brooke Dolan. And she's able to get called strike 3 to get out of the inning. But Bristol, Connecticut puts 5 big runs on the board as we head to the 3rd. The girls from Rhode Island took the opportunity on Monday to go to Lake Compounce. That is a terrific amusement park right across the street from the ESPN campus, just a few minutes from where we sit. But that's not the only thing the Rhode Islanders have done. On Saturday, they went to Spare Time Bowling. And then on Tuesday, yesterday, they went for dinner at Ironworks in Bristol. And I mean, we sat here during a 6.5-hour rain delay. They were smart. They were not on the schedule. Say, hey, let's go have a nice group dinner.
I got 4 words. Thanks for the invite.
Exactly.
Where was it?
Well,
what the heck?
We were working.
We were waiting and working.
Waiting for the invite. You're right. We could have made it over and back.
I think they would have understood.
Well, that just gives you a sense of how much fun it is for these girls to be here, to stay with their best friends in the dormitories, make new friends with the other team. Bunt laid down by Melania Morse, and she makes it to first base safely. She's going to try to go to second, and she will beat the throw. That is a bunt single, and she moves to second on the throwing error.
And how about it? Trusting the speed. Melania Morse does a good job just putting the ball in play again. Make the defense make the play. She sees it through, was going to be safe at first with the forced throw, goes over the head, gets an extra 60 feet, now sitting in scoring position.
Rhode Island trying to get some of those 5 runs back that they gave up in the last half inning. The 10 hitter in this continuous batting order is Sophia Pizzo, the starting shortstop. And Sophia is apparently all business, and the team goal every practice, every game is to make her crack a smile. And their manager, Bobby Arrighi, says he's usually successful at making her smile. What he does is get real loud, kind of yell in her direction, say, "Come on, Sophia." And usually she cracks a smile, just maybe as a way to quiet her manager down. Sophia goes down on strikes for the first out here in the third. Find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. Now the pitcher, Brooke Dolan, stands in. Well, when you see the uniform number 52, it makes you wonder, why number 52? Well, her father, David's number was 52 while he played college football. And so father hands the number down to daughter. And they didn't have it on the questionnaire, but I kind of figured dad must have been like a linebacker with a number like 52, or maybe an offensive lineman. Well, does he look like a linebacker to you?
Definitely looks like a football player.
No question about it. His daughter has a healthy cut, but falls behind 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, again, Brooke pitched a huge game in states to help Cranston Western advance out of the elimination bracket to win the Rhode Island State Championship, to make another return trip here. And this is a team that has 4 returners from last year's Bristol team. Chloe, Emma, Nina, and Mackenzie all know the ropes here at the Giamatti Center. Fergie misses, down and away, 2-2.
And that's a great eye, something down below the knees, off the plate. Some umpires have had a bigger zone this past week, but I like that call.
The Fergie elevates on the heater and gets her 2nd straight punch out, 4th strikeout so far for Ava.
Ava LaFergie feeling good, working all parts of the zone right now, spinning that one again, finding success, climbing the ladder well above the hands, but great pitch, especially ahead of the count there. Love how she's able to lean into that pitch, get really underneath it, and trust the movement.
Sloan Benchke is the batter, and what she does for good luck every game, quote, "I eat a bag of goldfish while my dad yells at me to eat real food." I said hello to Dad earlier this morning. Kyle is a phys ed teacher, and so if you're a PE teacher, a health teacher, you'd understand why he wants his daughter to eat better, eat healthier. Sloan chose bunt.
Yes, she did.
She did offer at it. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Are you a health nut? On occasion?
I eat
1
kale
ball, 2
every day.
strikes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
How about that?
I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah, she's a switch hitter here. So she apparently, when she's bunting, she is doing it from the left side. And now when the bunt comes off with 2 strikes, Sloan switches over to the right side.
Not something you see very much in softball. Definitely something that's a little bit more common in baseball, switch hitters working on both sides. But the short game in softball, the advantage is supposedly to be 1 step closer to the base, make you that much faster.
What?
Now choking up with the runner at second, Morse, is Benchke. And she goes down swinging. An impressive end to this third inning for Ava Lafergie.
Ava Lafergie's rolling 3 strikeouts to end the inning. Really good stuff. All quadrants right there, but the fastball, good movement. Ava Lafergie on fire. Talk a little bit about kind of just the pitching eligibility and what goes into the decisions that these managers have to make. So Brooke Dolan getting the ball this morning for the first game today, and the rule is in Little League Softball you are required to rest 1 day after you throw 7 or more innings. So if you look ahead right now at what Rhode Island has potentially ahead of them, they could play 2 games today, and they know that if they threw their ace, Aubrey Riker, more than 6 innings, she's not able to throw in tomorrow's championship, which would be huge and extremely impactful for this team. So Brooke Dolan getting the ball in game 1, trying to save some potential innings of what could be next for Aubrey Riker and the rest of this team. A lot to consider when the schedule changes and weather impacts what these teams can do. An unfortunate situation, of course, out of everybody's control. But rolling with the punches, doing what they can is this Rhode Island team.
Yeah, the hope was you play 1 game a day, and so you can ride your horse. And that is Aubrey Riker now playing first base in place of Chloe Wittenberger. But because we had so much rain yesterday, we also had a rainy day over the weekend. The schedule gets a little wonky, and you've got to adjust and lean into your depth. So Brooke Dolan, who has had some big performances in the circle this summer, induces the ground ball from Lucy Bastians. And there's 1 away. Here's a look at the bracket. Maine awaits the loser of our game, and they'll play here on ESPN at 3:30 Eastern time. And the winner of that 3:30 game will go on to face the winner of this game in tomorrow's championship, which is scheduled for noon on ESPN. Kiva Knowles, a drive to center, but Chattel able to make the grab, and 2 away quickly.
Good piece of hitting by Kiva Knowles. Barreled that one up nicely. Again, this is a lot of schedule changes that we've had the last couple of days. This game was supposed to be played yesterday, but unfortunately got pushed to today.
And by the way, we haven't mentioned it yet. The grounds crew here at the Giamatti Center has done a remarkable job. This field has been pounded a couple of times in the last 3 days with heavy rain, and you wouldn't know it. This newly redone field that the Little League poured hundreds of thousands of dollars in to make it look as good as it is right now has so far withheld. They've done a good job getting the tarp out in advance of knowing the rain was coming, watching the radar. Sometimes that's easier than others, and so the dirt portion of the field has been very well protected as well thanks to the tarp.
3-0.
The batter is Lucy Khaled, who popped up her first time. She's the number 3 hitter in this potent Connecticut lineup. And she looks at strike 1, taking all the way. Khaled has the team's highest batting average and on-base percentage. Had a 2-run homer to open the Connecticut State Championship game, and she draws a 2-out walk here in the 3rd. Want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball? Visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. And you don't have to look far here from the Giamatti Center. There is a healthy Little League program for softball here in Bristol, Connecticut. Showing bunt, runner takes off, no throw down. So a 2-out base runner in scoring position for Connecticut, looking to build on its 5-1 lead.
Good job using the speed. Lucy Callett advancing an extra 60 feet. Just aggressive on the bases. You see a lot of stolen bases, a lot of delayed steals at this level, just because there's not always that much communication going on the field. So base runners really trying to take advantage of opportunities.
There's a line shot to center field. Played on a hop by Alyssa Chattel, and rounding third coming home is Callett. A 2-out rally, ball gets away, and LaFergie takes second. 6-1 Connecticut.
Ava LaFergie helping her own cause out there, just smokes this ball right back up the middle. Nice shot to center field. Gonna fall right in front, but how about the base running too by Lucy Callett, and able to get herself in scoring position. Makes all the difference there for LaFergie to get the RBI. Great team run.
And we're going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Ava LaFergie, which Little Leaguers are allowed to do, letting your catcher or pitcher come back in. And so the automatic runner is the person who made the last out. So that is Kiva Knowles, number 10, who goes out to second base and takes LaFergie's spot. But again, it just allows LaFergie to catch her breath, get herself ready to come back out and pitch the next half inning. They don't have to do it. It's a courtesy. And some managers, because of the skill of either the catcher or the pitcher, skill at running the bases, keep them out there. But the majority of them seem to take advantage of that rule.
Give them a little bit of a breather when you can.
McKinley Whitlock takes strike one. Well, McKinley spearheaded that 5-run rally last inning with a leadoff walk.
Good.
Out in front of the off-speed pitch. It's 2-2. Her dad shouting encouragement from the third base coach's box. And McKinley is a huge AUSL fan. Bouncing ball gloved at third by Sirio. And we've got a collision and the out recorded with Kiva Knowles down on her knees. So while they check out how Kiva is doing, we'll take a break and be back in a couple of minutes here in Bristol.
Welcome to the Little League Softball World Series.
This is as big as the event has ever been.
12 strikeouts tonight.
On the glove!
It is out of here! The competition has definitely elevated.
The best is yet to come.
We're headed to Stallings Stadium in Greenville. That's been the home of the Little League Softball World Series since 2021. The action, as you saw, begins Sunday, August 2nd. The championship game will be August 9th at 3 o'clock. That's Sunday on ABC. And the two teams we have here in this New England region, Rhode Island and Connecticut, just 2 wins away from getting there. This is a non-elimination first semifinal. The winner will advance to tomorrow's championship game. The loser in this double elimination format will get another chance later this afternoon against Maine. During that commercial break, in case you were wondering, right as we went to break, after the collision between second and third base, Kiva Knowles was able to get up and walk off the field under her own power. And she is back at first base, as you see, ready to play for Bristol. You know, the team nickname, we don't use nicknames so much at this level of softball, but this team's nickname is the Gators, which started a few years ago. And so the manager, Adam Whitlock, has leaned into the Florida Gators script lettering and the orange and blue, the same shades of orange and blue that the Gators use. Very sharp. And now I'm gotta think that my partner, who is a Seminole, is not really fond of the look of these Bristol girls right now.
You know what, Doug? I feel like if I said anything negative, that would just make me a hater, and that's not who I am. I am a lover, not a fighter, and I'm good with it. If it makes them happy, I'm happy.
You've said nothing good about the color orange all week.
I don't have, yeah, you're right. But
so it's all about Garnet, you know, when a push comes to shove with you.
All I'm saying is ESPN didn't send us orange polos, did they?
Nice job by Mary Thompson to get down to her knees and record that out. Second baseman with a terrific play. But the first out here in the inning.
Great defense. One thing the Gators do well is field some balls on the infield. Really good stuff. Just giving her body, sacrificing what she can. Mary Thompson coming up with a big play.
So Hayden Serio retired for the second time on a grounder to second base, and Chloe Wittenberg, who has scored the only run so far for Rhode Island, after calling time, gets settled in the box. Two-hopper taken at third by Avery Collins, and quickly Ava LaFergie has 2 outs. Well, the whole idea is to get to Greenville for the Little League Softball World Series, and here are some of the championship finals. The Central later today, following us at 1:45. New England on Thursday, Northwest Thursday. Later on in the afternoon Thursday, we continue with these teams punching their tickets from the Mid-Atlantic. That'll be played here in Bristol, and then the West region will cap things off. And before you know it, hopefully if the weather cooperates by late Thursday night, these girls will know if they are or not headed to the World Series.
So much fun. Best time of the week with everything going on. We did have a ticket punched earlier today, and that first game on ESPN at 10 a.m. and that Southeast Regional was the championship game, and Team Florida punched their ticket to the Little League World Series.
Congratulations to the Floridians.
It's a great state.
Oh, you don't say.
Not biased, but you know, it is a really great state. Lake Mary Little League did a great job there.
Well, their summer of great memories will continue. That's the best part of it. Now, you hope your family doesn't have family vacation plans for August, because those can be problematic for these girls. Mom and Dad make so much effort, spend so much time and money to accommodate the travel through the different regions of the postseason. But once you get to this point, my gosh, if you've already done this for 2 months,
you gotta go.
You gotta go.
You gotta go. I'm sorry, vacation's gotta take a back seat to an opportunity like that.
Hopefully you got refundable airline tickets. Well, this is so much fun to be a part of. Emma Arrighi is the batter with no one on and 2 out. And that retires the side. Ava LaFergie, cool, calm, and collected from start to finish most days.
Ava LaFergie still feeling good. She's spinning it well. That one on the outside corner, good stuff from LaFergie, looking to go swing the bats.
Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Here at the Giamatti Little League Center in Bristol, Connecticut, with Alex Powers. I'm Doug Sherman. In this game for a spot in tomorrow's regional championship. This is the New England region. And no surprise, those in orange and blue outnumber those from Rhode Island because the hometown team is playing here, not on their home field, but the girls from Bristol, Connecticut, taking advantage of a beautiful day and a big hometown crowd. And their 5-run rally in the bottom of the second inning is the difference so far.
Fans out there having a great time in the stands. Rumor has it that Doug was dancing with the fans between innings.
Doug who?
You, Doug. You ran out there, came back, showing them all the moves.
Don't believe all the rumors you hear, Alex. Avery Collins, 0-0, will pop back to the pitcher. Her first time up, leads things off in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Rhode Island defensively is now back to their original alignment. And so Chloe Wittenberger returns to first, and Aubrey Riker is back in the dugout. And the managers, at their discretion, can do that as many times and as often as they want. Line drive, base hit to center. Down to one knee, Alyssa Chattel to hold Avery Collins to a leadoff single.
Avery Collins does a great job here, just hitting this changeup kind of left up in the zone. Takes advantage of the off speed over the middle of the plate, gets the barrel extended nicely. Good piece of hitting to get something started here for Connecticut.
And the batter is Mets fan Mary Thompson, so she's comfortable in this shade of orange and blue. She's been down to Citi Field before to watch her beloved Mets, and she's also a big UConn basketball fan, which obviously is very common in these parts, both the men's and women's teams. Says her favorite celebrity is men's head coach Dan Hurley, and her favorite athlete is the homegrown UConn Husky Donovan Clingan, who has gotten his NBA career off to a very solid start.
Three balls, no strikes.
Well, first time through the order for Connecticut, they did most of their damage from the bottom of the order, which we are at now. Collins, who's at first, is the 6-hole hitter. Mary Thompson, Ellie Tisha, Dakota Green, Faith Marie Soto, the next in the lineup, all reached base and scored. And now the first 2 aboard are on here in the 4th. Don't miss an interleague matchup when the Chicago Cubs host the Detroit Tigers tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. We are just a few miles from the ESPN headquarters here in Bristol, Connecticut. And if I can watch the Cubs and the Tigers, I'm watching Pete Crow Armstrong every day and every night.
You a big MLB fan?
Huge MLB fan. How about you?
I love watching baseball. College, pro, doesn't matter.
Both runners advance in the wild pitch. There's a hot shot to short off the glove of Pizzo, and the bases are loaded. I say the glove. I wonder if it hit something else on her. She took a shot and didn't flinch.
Good piece of hitting here by Ellie Tisha. Does a good job just barreling that one up. It does look like it got kind of off the heel of the glove, or like you said, the wrist almost of the shortstop, Sophia Pizzo. Tough break, hard hit ball.
And now here is Dakota Green, whose older brother DJ is a big inspiration not only for the family, but also for everybody really around this softball program. DJ runs 10 miles a day. He was born only 1.5 pounds. He was not expected to live. And after a number of serious surgeries, he has grown, lives a full, complete life, competes in Special Olympics. His sister with a fly ball to center produces a run. The sac fly by little sister Dakota pushes Connecticut's lead to 7-1. And DJ saying, yeah, that's my sister.
Pounding some French fries. It's my kind of dude. right there, but loving it up. And that's one of the things, too. It made manager Adam Whitlock so emotional just talking about it. He literally was crying while telling us the stories and how impactful the family's story is on just a lot of them, whether it's from an adult perspective, a lot of the kids, too, and how much they mean to them.
Another base hit for Soto, her second of the day. That'll bring in a run. She's now got 3 ribbies and takes second on the throw to the plate.
Got top.
That is your 10-hole hitter in the lineup, now 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs.
How about it? Your first 5 hitters in the lineup have combined for 1 hit. The remainder have gone for the rest of this lineup. The bottom half of the order getting the job done, swinging some really hot sticks.
And since we are in the bottom of the 4th inning, there's a line drive the other way, just foul that would have scored 2. The run rule is in effect in Little League softball. So if here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Connecticut extends its lead to 10, so if they get 3 more runs, the game will be over. Connecticut will advance to tomorrow's championship game of the region, and Rhode Island will have the quick turnaround for a 3:30 first pitch against Maine, facing potential elimination. And you know what? I just want to finish up on the Green family as well. Not only is DJ inspiring, Dakota's having another terrific game. Mom Kelly, Dad Daryl, this is their wedding anniversary.
Oh, happy
So
anniversary.
Celebrating with their son, watching their daughter play on national television. Alex Patterson, ground ball at short, takes a funny hop. She's safe, another run scores. Patterson gets a RBI single, her second run knocked in today.
Tough break at shortstop for Sophia Pizzo. Not much you can do on that one, but great hit there by Alex Patterson. Hits it firm and on the ground, puts the pressure on the defense. That's big. Make them make the plays. Hard to do with a tough hop like that. Pizzo recovering just fine.
And now the potential winning runs are on base. Juliana Pavlak stands in. Well, Pavlak just a touch under 5 feet tall. She's 13 years old, 4'11 and a half. She is homeschooled. Most looks up to her dad, Gary. And her favorite big leaguers all time, Derek Jeter and Shohei Ohtani.
I'd say that's a pretty good lineup right there.
A couple of Hall of Famers. I know.
Back to Dakota Green too. Did you see who her favorite MLB player was?
I did not.
Buster Posey.
Ah, one catcher loving another. What a catch made by Arrighi. She came a long way from her position at second base to grab that second out.
Great defense right there by Emma Arrighi. Laying out, knowing that that's a big one. Trying to keep this lead to a minimum here. Get themselves back swinging the bats. Good defense like that helps.
Popped up right side, another chance for Arrighi. This one a little easier. And Brooke Dolan gets out of the inning, but not until Connecticut puts 3 more on the board to take a 9-1 lead to the 5th. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Alongside Alex Powers, I'm Doug Sherman. The Parks and Rec Department here in Bristol brought kids from summer camp to enjoy this hometown game at the Giamatti Center, and so far they've been treated to the hometown winning decisively. It's 9-1 as we head to the top half of the 5th inning, and that hometown girl in the circle has been outstanding. Ava LaFergie facing the cleanup hitter Aubrey Riker. And LaFergie has said, quote, "I don't get nervous pitching in big moments." We've gotten a taste of that here today through 4 innings, Alex.
And that's crazy to me. I think I get nervous doing most things still in my life. But hey, good for her.
Well, that attitude kind of permeates this Connecticut roster. They are said to be very mature as a group. Academically, they are all standouts in their own way, and they've all got activities off the softball diamond that distinguish themselves in the community as well.
That's what it's all about too, just the involvement. However you can do it, whether it's through sports, through community service, whatever it takes.
Aubrey Riker hits that foul. It's 2-1.
And how cool too for the camp to be out here watching these players, because you never know how many girls and boys might go home today and say, hey, I want to try to play baseball or softball, and what better place to start than Little League?
Well, this group of Connecticut girls has won 3 straight Connecticut state championships at various levels. And while this is the first time at the 12U level they have made it to this regional, the New England region in Bristol, the way they are set up in building this program, I would not be surprised to see them get back time and again. How do you rate those bubble braids?
Oh, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Her hair is fantastic.
Wait, you don't have your bubble braids today.
Well, I had to keep my hair down because I got to go to studio next, so I couldn't have all the hairspray in.
All right.
Don't have to get to go to studio.
Exactly.
Can you imagine them brushing my hair? That'd be 0 out of 10.
Well, you know, we talk about the cool experience that it is for the girls on the field in the dormitories with their friends playing softball on national TV, but my partner gets to call a game and then just drive 10 minutes down the street to the worldwide leader where ESPN headquarters are, and you get to do some studio work later today as part of the coverage coast to coast of Little League softball.
2 strikes.
Living the dream. If I was these girls' age, knowing that this would be a possibility one day in my life, I think I would say you are crazy. No shot. But hey, here we are. Crazier things have happened, I guess.
So when does your personal driver get here?
Yeah, right. I'll be skirting myself right on out of here.
Hit hard to right, but on the run, LLWS grabs it in stride, and the dangerous cleanup hitter, Aubrey Riker, is retired.
Good defense here. LLWS out in right field, covering some good ground. Pop flies can be hard. Good job staying with it, keeping her feet moving. That's one of the weakest areas I think we've seen just in general from a youth sports perspective is outfield, because balls in the air are so tough to read. It's a little scary too, but these teams having no trouble.
Dealing with some sun today. We've got some breeze here in Bristol, Connecticut, but LLWS was not daunted at all. Going to have some defensive changes for Connecticut manager Adam Whitlock. Changes in the outfield.
What's that?
So Alex Patterson is going to go to left field. Juliana Pavlak will play center field. And Faith Marie Soto will play right field. And again, this is the manager in a one-sided game to make sure that each of his girls able to play defense. He's not required to do it. Let's take a listen.
No pitching. I just want to get some water for the kid, and we don't seem to be getting water. Any water's fine, guys. Thank you.
What do they say in the World Cup? Hydration break?
Thank you.
Hydration break.
Official visit I get, yep. All right, stay hot.
I think it's pretty valid.
Let's play ball, ladies.
No, we're good. Thank you, kids.
Right now, just taking a second, getting everybody resituated, getting the outfielders some good experience. You never know when their number is going to be called, potentially later in games, and everybody's got to stay ready.
And so with a fresh outfield, Ava LaFergie back at it in the circle, aggressively coming after Nina Graziano, who had an RBI single in the first that got Rhode Island on the board first, but they have been held scoreless ever since. And in the questionnaires that these girls fill out for us, which we so appreciate, so we can learn a little bit about them, what they do, what their hobbies are, what they do in school, what they hope to be when they grow up. Nina says her dream job is to be a labor and delivery nurse.
How cool is that? Just to have aspirations that big, to want to go in the medical field. Going to be a tough journey school-wise.
And you see she's putting together a good regional so far with a home run, 2 for 4 with the 3 ribbies, including the 1 in the first inning here today. And she comes from a big baseball, softball family, as most of these girls do. Her great-grandfather, Vincent Graziano, played minor league baseball for the St. Louis Cardinals. And her uncle Paul played in the Little League Baseball World Series back in the 1970s. But Nina is called out on strikes. Well, recently the Nutmeg State has done very, very well in this New England region. Milford, Cranston, Guilford, and now this year the hometown Bristol, Connecticut team standing up tall as well for the state.
So much talent right here in Connecticut and the Northeast in general. Such good softball being played, and with the history, the expectation of excellence for these teams, so much fun to watch.
Ocho, Alyssa Chattel with number 8 on her back, rounds out to the left side. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Once again for Ava LaFergie, 9 straight outs recorded by the right-hander. This is a Bristol, Connecticut Little League softball team that communicates very well, but not just in English. In talking with their manager before today's ball game, Adam Whitlock let me in on a little secret. Now, he grew up in Northampton, Massachusetts, where there is a large Cambodian population, and he learned as a child their language, which is called Khmer. He has passed that down to his daughter, McKinley. I don't know that they are fluent, but they speak it well enough that when they're on the field and if an opponent is within earshot, they can get their messages across, not in English, but in Khmer.
How cool is that?
I did not have that on my bingo card today. Very cool.
So unique, and Well, what a cool opportunity, too, just to have that kind of knowledge, to share it in the family.
And I don't know how often that comes up, but it's just a very cool thing to have in your hip pocket. Now, he couldn't rave enough about the maturity of the girls and the way that they communicate both on the field and off. He just has a group of girls that in English or in Cambodian, they are very much in lockstep. And as we mentioned, he's one of our co-workers down the road at ESPN. He's been there for over 20 years. Kiva Knowles at the plate, and what he said about Kiva is that she has a presence about her. She goes to a local magnet school and says she's brilliant, has a huge future ahead of her. And whether she pursues softball down the road or stays in academia, she has got a bright future. Last time up, Kiva ripped a line drive to center. This time she pulls it foul. Still looking for her first hit today. And for Rhode Island, we've got a number of defensive changes. Tavera is now playing in left, Chattel at shortstop, Morse in center, and Riker is back at first as the umpires huddle out in the middle of the diamond, checking to see if there was interference. Did the swing of the bat hit the catcher's mitt? If so, that would be catcher's interference.
Good job on the call here, just seeing if there was that contact. And there was on the follow through of the swing. This is one of those reviewable plays, however, not necessary on this one. Everybody feeling pretty confident on the call in the field. Just going to give the catcher right now, Mila Castillo, a second. Definitely hurts when you get hit in the hand like that.
Now batting number 1, Lucy Callett.
So it was called catcher's interference on the backswing. That goes as an E2 on the catcher. And Kiva Knowles takes her base. Lucy Callett, the 3-hole hitter, has walked and stolen a base, scored a run in the 3rd. And again, as we play the bottom half of the 5th inning, with Connecticut up by 8, we are 2 runs away from a potential run rule victory. They get the lead runner at second. Callett reaches on the fielder's choice. Knowles retired. Hayden Serio and Emma Arrighi fielding their positions very well on the dirt.
Good defense right there. Hayden Serio having a good day over at the hot corner, making it look easy.
Ava Lafergie steps out of the way of the pitch from Brooke Dolan.
Big part of this, too, is just making the routine plays, the importance of not allowing extra base runners on base. Otherwise, it makes for a long day out on the field.
Runner goes from first, throw down on the 3rd base side of the bag, and it allows for Callett to slide in with a steal.
Good hustle by Lucy Callett. Connecticut knowing how important it is right now to potentially get those 2 extra runs across. That would give them the run rule win. And they want to take advantage and smack the ball around as much as possible. Again, this is a Connecticut team that had a tough game to get to this point. A 4-1 win versus Maine. A couple of days ago now, back on Sunday.
And in spite of that loss, Maine is still alive in the regional and will play at 3:30 against the loser of this game for a spot in tomorrow's region championship game. Lafergie takes her base, and now McKinley Whitlock Now, we have her dad mic'd up down to the third base coach's box. If we hear any of that foreign language, we'll share it with you. I don't know how you say shot to the gap in right center in Cambodian, but it's a 2-run double, and that is your ball game. A walk-off 2-run double for McKinley Whitlock. And on to tomorrow's championship game of the New England region goes Bristol, Connecticut.
McKinley Whitlock with a fantastic game-ending double there. 2 RBIs coming in to score. Great job getting on base. Lucy Catlett, Ava LaFergie helping her own cause. Really good stuff by this Bristol, Connecticut girls softball Little League team.
11-1 your final score in a run rule victory in 5 innings. Bristol, Connecticut advances to the championship. When we come back, we will talk to one of the star players here at Giamatti Field. – 11-1 our final score in a run rule victory for Bristol, Connecticut. And so Connecticut advances to tomorrow's championship game for a spot in the Little League Softball World Series. The loser of our game this afternoon falls into an elimination bracket game later this afternoon, which you can see here on ESPN against Maine at 3:30. And we're joined now on the field by Ava LaFergie, the winning pitcher here today. First of all, congratulations, Ava. And I want to know, you said you don't get nervous when you are pitching in big games. How on earth are you not nervous today on national TV to be able to perform like you did?
I don't know. I just feel like if I see like a big crowd or before I have a big game, I always just, I don't really get nervous. I just know how to pitch over pressure and under pressure.
Ava, you talk about the crowd. How did it feel knowing that there's so many people from your hometown out here supporting you guys?
I mean, it's crazy to look up and see how many people really, truly support us, even if they don't know us.
Well, your manager, Adam Whitlock, has told us that you're a very close group, a mature group of girls. What's it like to be with these girls and enjoy what you're doing here this summer?
I mean, it's everything. I love being with these girls. These girls are really fun to be around, and we know how to, we just know how to be fun, and when we have to have a big game, we know how to, collaborate and work together.
Ava, you've had 19 strikeouts in your 2 games so far. What is it that makes you so good in the circle?
I mean, my defense, they always back us up, so I don't really have to worry about it.
All right, so you have now reached the New England Region Championship game tomorrow afternoon. What's the plan for the rest of the day and tomorrow morning to get ready for that?
I mean, to just chill and relax, probably rewatch her game to see what we need to work on.
And what's been the most fun thing you guys have been able to do? You've been here for several days now. It's got to be a few things that you've had a lot of fun with.
definitely being around each other in the dorms and spending every night with each other.
Well, congratulations and thank you so much for your time, Ava. We look forward to seeing you compete for a spot in the World Series tomorrow.
Thank you.
That's Ava Lafergie, who pitched her hometown Bristol, Connecticut softball team to tomorrow's regional championship game. Let's show you how they did it in this 11-1 final score. Rhode Island took the lead with a run in the first, but then Connecticut stormed back with 5 in the second inning and never looked back.
Well, so much fun just taking advantage of people getting on base, walks, hit by pitches. It didn't matter how they were able to manufacture the runs. They really strung it together nicely. Those are some good team at-bats.
And it was top to bottom. In fact, the bottom of the lineup was actually more productive than the top. And if you look down there, Mary Thompson scored twice. Ellie Tisha scored twice. Faith Marie Soto with a couple of big base hits to knock in 3 runs, one after another. And the girls in the orange and blue will play again tomorrow with a World Series spot on the line. But the season's not over for Rhode Island. They have a quick turnaround for an elimination game against Maine, which you can see coming up here on ESPN at 3:30. And then we'll have the championship game for you here on ESPN noontime tomorrow here in Bristol, Connecticut, with another big crowd rooting for the hometown team. For Alex Powers, I'm Doug Sherman. Thanks for watching. For now, we will say so long from Bristol. We'll head to break, and when we come back, Studio will take over with more Little League softball.